All right, welcome to our first Math 127 lecture. Um, Welcome to trigonometry. It's going to be a great old time. This is one of my favorite classes to teach. It's actually my favorite class to teach. So I hope you have a great time learning it. I know it's a really exciting topic if you let it be. Um, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So section 1.1, angles and their measure. We're going to start talking about angles. And I know you know what an angle is. You know, right? You make a little thing like this, boom, an angle. That indeed is an angle. We're just going to go on a much deeper dive into it. And we're going to start with degree measure. So degrees, you've heard of degrees. Degrees are a way of measuring angles where we say that one revolution is equal to 360 degrees. So if we start here and go up to here, we say that that is a 90-degree angle. And typically with 90-degree angles, we make a little square in the corner. If we start here and go whoop, like a half circle, that's 180 degrees. Half of a revolution, half of 360. A 3/4 turn all the way down to there, that's a 270-degree angle. And if we start and go all the way around and make a full circle, we've gone 360 degrees. So that's how we define what degree measures are. All right, I will make a note. This is my first time using Microsoft Teams to record a lecture. I normally use Zoom, but I stopped paying for Zoom, so um, it just did something funny on my screen. I hope it didn't in the video. Just see how this goes. The unit circle. So the unit circle is what we'll be working extensively with this semester. And we define the unit circle as a circle with radius 1 that is centered at the origin. And that's at the origin of the xy plane. So xy plane, -1, +1, +1, -1. Well, that was not the greatest circle that I've ever drawn, but Notability will do it for me. Boom. That's what a unit circle is. It's centered at the origin and it has a radius of 1. And we're going to be working a lot with this. So we'll be splitting up this circle into very special pieces. There's very special ways we split up this unit circle to talk about special angles. And let's see, how big is this pen? That works. All right, we're going to start by taking just a regular old circle and we're going to cut it into 8 pieces. So I've started by drawing a line down. Now it's in 2 pieces. If I draw a line straight down this way, beautiful. Now it's in 4 pieces. In order to get it into 8 pieces, I would need to then cut it, boom, like that, and boom, like this. I'm going to go ahead and make these blue. Now, if I wanted to label how each of these spokes, how many degrees each of these angles are, I took 360 degrees and I split it up into 8 pieces. And if you take 360 degrees and you cut it into 8 pieces, you end up with 45-degree chunks, segments, if you will. So this very first angle right here would be 45 degrees. Again, let's use blue. Blue, 45 degrees. The next one, you would add another 45, you'd have 90 degrees. If you add 45 to 90, you have 135 degrees, which means that this entire angle here would be 135 degrees. Add another 45, you get 180. Add another 45 and you get 225 degrees. Add another 45, you're going to have 270 degrees. Add another 45 and you get 315 degrees. Add another 45, and you're at 360 degrees. And this one was also 0 degrees. 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So I'm going to label these on this bigger circle over here that you'll notice has quite a few spokes on it. The spokes that we've done are this guy here, this guy here, and then the ones that go directly in half. So we have 0 degrees slash 360 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 135 degrees, 180 degrees, 225 degrees, 270 degrees, 315 degrees. Right. That's splitting it into 8 pieces, splitting the circle into 4 pieces, and then splitting each of those 4 pieces in half again. Now you'll notice some other spokes on here. And how do those spokes get here? Well, we can split it into 8 pieces, but another way we can split this up is into 12 pieces. So if we're splitting it into 12 pieces, I would start by cutting it in half. And now I need to split each of those sides into 6 pieces. So I can start by, let's do it this way, doing the best we can to make it into thirds on each side. So now I have 6 pieces. In order to make them into 12, I just need to cut each of them in half. This one is really just straight down the middle. Boom. If you take 360 degrees and you divide it by 12 for the 12 pieces we have, you're going to get 30 degrees. So each of these jumps is a 30-degree jump. This first angle is 30 degrees. This next angle here is 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 degrees, 210 degrees, 240 degrees, 270 degrees, 300 degrees, 330 degrees, and then 360 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and highlight those spokes over here as well. There's obviously some overlap on the blue spokes for the main coordinate axis here and here, but I'll just leave them blue, that's fine. We generally consider those more part of the 45-degree turns. Or where are we here? So this one is 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 is already labeled, 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 is already labeled, 210 degrees, 240 degrees, 270 is labeled, 300 degrees, 330 degrees, and 360 is already labeled. So these right here are our special angles, and we'll be doing a lot with these this semester. Um, you cannot write them down on paper enough. You cannot write these angles down enough. You cannot copy this unit circle enough times. If you sat down with a blank unit circle and labeled these angles, I don't know, 20 times, memorizing them, you'd be doing yourself a great service. So that's the beginning here. That is the beginning of degrees. Here is the way that we split up a circle using degrees. We're going to go into, in my next video, the standard form of an angle in degrees, and later on we'll go into radians, which is another way of measuring angles. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.